Hi, it's Angela here. I'm in my kitchen. I just painted it a few weeks ago and I'm so excited to invite you here virtually. Today I am sharing some common Ayurvedic herbs just to give you a little tutorial on common herbs. If it's something that you're already taking, maybe you'll learn a little bit more about it, or if it's something that you've been curious about and are interested in supplements and things, this might be of interest to you. And for those of us over 35, you may be experiencing a little joint aching, a little fatigue perhaps, and creaky bones and joints. This is a sign that you probably have some arthritis, and there is no magical cure for arthritis, unfortunately, but eating an anti-inflammatory diet is one action that you can take. Now, today I'm going to show you some herbal actions that I have learned from the Ayurvedic practitioners who I have studied with, who are also Western medical doctors, that this concoction for thousands of years have helped people who have creaky joints, who have inflammation in their joints, and these are also elixirs for good skin and hair as well, which is a bonus benefit, right? Those of us over 35, we need that. And I just heard on NPR that it's a thing about hair loss in the pandemic, related to stress. So I hope you find these herbs to be something that you might want to explore. And so this is a natural combination. When you're working with herbs, you typically want to add a blend to offer the best efficacy for their use. So what that means is one herb alone is not going to do the kind of miraculous actions that you may be seeking unless you add a blend. So it's just how they work. Guggulu is the one that I wanted to share with you first. This is the bark and roots of the myrrh tree. And maybe you've heard of myrrh from, the biblical world, where the three wise men brought a gift of myrrh and frankincense to baby Jesus. This is that myrrh. So this is a small tree that grows in the desert and craggy rocks and is very strong in nature. So the idea behind this is that you're providing strength to the body, and it acts as an anti-inflammatory agent in a lot of different ways. And this one is key. And like I said, old folks and young folks in the subcontinent of India have used this combination for thousands of years, and they use it throughout their times of aging. This one is Guduchi. Now this is the pulverized powder from dried leaves and stems of this plant. And if you wanted to taste it, both of them have like a very innocuous flavor. So this one has a little bit of a bitterness to it. But the brilliant part of this is you really don't need much at all to create an effect. So I'm using these little spice jars. I purchased them from Banyan Botanicals because they produce these plants and use Ayurvedic processes to offer just a brilliant product. And it's grown locally, not really locally, but on the West Coast. I live in California, and these are grown in Oregon. So it feels like, it probably has similar, some kind of similarity of climate conditions than where I live. So that's something that we want to think about. Anytime we're taking herbs? Where are they from? Who is growing them? Are they going to work well with my body? And I'll have to put in the comments below why that's important, because it's a long-winded thing. So what you do is I have a cup of water here. So I'm gonna have this as a little tea. And I do this, this little sprinkle like I just did of each one on my coffee in the morning, because I do drink coffee. It's a habit. I love it. It's delicious. And it's something that I do. And then you just gently mix it in. It's more effective and works well if it has a heat applied to it to release all of the good benefits of it. So then you just have a little sip. And sipping it really helps for the body to absorb these nutrients into your bloodstream. So that is going to be very effective. It helps to enliven the blood, and it helps create good osteoid, which is the matter of bones, hair, nails. So this is one concoction that is a must-have for anyone over 35. Generally, you can start feeling creakiness around 35, 40, 45. You know, it's just common. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Of course, if you are on medication or have any kind of underlying health problem, you want to check this out with your doctor and see if they agree with this action plan for your medical benefits. So this is an additional supplement to whatever you're already doing. If you aren't on medication, this is a very common elixir, just like if you are having any chia seeds or that kind of superfood action in your body. This is the same kind of action for your body. Now, I just want to share, a few weeks ago, I ran out of this. I just reordered. And I went a few weeks of just, cleansing. When you do take something like this every day, it's good every season to have a little cleanse of anything that you're doing every day. So I had a little cleanse, but boy, did I start feeling the symptoms, seeing the symptoms. I think after you turn 50, not only do you feel the symptoms and you can kind of get by socially with having the symptoms and kind of drudging through them, but after a while, the symptoms start to become visible, right? And that's where these kind of herbal actions can be very beneficial, because any arthritis medication that you may be taking can have side effects that are complicated. And there are no known side effects to these actions. So that's what I wanted to show you. And then just as a little bonus, I wanted to add just a little information about ashwagandha. This one is common. I'm seeing it in the supermarkets. I have a maca ashwagandha, and I forget the other thing that's in there. I have to think about that. Goji berry, pulverized goji berries, that I add to all of my baking, so everyone in the house gets it. But ashwagandha is an overall elixir to help tone the muscles, the tendons, the fascia of the body. So as we get older, those begin to dry out and will become more depleted over time. Ashwagandha offers robustness for all over muscle toning. It really helps our reproductive organs, and this is common. You may hear men taking this as sort of an elixir for virility. It's the same for women. So it's something that really helps to enliven your feelings around feeling amorous. Just because you're juiced up, it helps to keep your body juicy, is really the best explanation for that. And that would be a nice combination with these two. So this is what I do every morning. I take those three, and then sometimes I add dashmula. Now, dashmula is perfect for anyone with vata imbalances like me. If you notice in my videos, I'm very animated and like moving all the time, and I'm always in constant motion. I have, I'm trying to do 3 businesses. I have so much going on. This helps to ground me down, Dashanula. And it is the blend of 12 roots of plants, the magical plants. So this blend, this concoction together helps to ground my body and adds a little more juice to my body to help me be more centered. So this is a perfect herbal action to take for anyone with Vata tendencies, anyone who's kind of like, spinning a bunch of plates, someone who's highly active, doing a lot of different kinds of things. Like, I think I spiraled into this mode because I'm a mom, and you just have to do those sorts of things. So this is what I do every morning. And then the same thing, just a little tiny bit, a little shake is all you need. Now you can self-medicate with these, or you can work with an Ayurvedic practitioner who could create even a more organized palette of herbal actions to bring completeness to whatever signs and symptoms that you have. And I do that for some clients. This is the only sort of invasive action that I take as an Ayurvedic practitioner. There are a number of different other kinds of actions that you might experience with an Ayurvedic practitioner, like having your pulse read, or other kinds of things like panchakarma, where you're taking in a lot of ghee and really releasing all of your toxins in your body. So I just wanted to give you a little introduction about these common remedies and a little bit more about what Ayurveda can do by connecting your body literally with nature. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be here next week doing a Thanksgiving program for this lovely group. Bye.